Okay, good morning and welcome to our Sunday meditation session. We're going to meditate today on breath, breathing meditation. Um, we're going to meditate on breath today, mindfulness on breath. Meditation is practice, meditation is developed, cultivate by focusing a certain things. Breathing meditation, we say breathing meditation, it is about actually awareness on breath or mindfulness on breath. Anapana sati. Sati means awareness, awareness or mindfulness. Awareness or mindfulness on in breath and out breath. Usually we often we often breathe without knowing, without awareness. We breathe from the birth until to death, but we don't aware on breath. This practice train our mind to focus a certain thing. By following breath, we train our mind to be mindful. By following breath, we develop our awareness, mindfulness. In Pali, it is called sati. Sati is the foundation. Sati is the foundation of concentration. Sati is the foundation of absorption, samadhi. Sati is the foundation of all the wholesome activities. Sati is the base, foundation. In this breathing meditation, we usually keep our body straight, back straight, or we sit comfortably and we keep our right hand top of the left hand and you may gently close your eyes and sit comfortably and take deep in breath and slowly let go and be relaxed. Couple of times. Relax your top of the head, relax your forehead and relax your face. Relax your shoulders, just drop them and relax your arms and chest and relax your stomach, legs and feet. And pay attention to your sitting posture and make sure you are sitting in relax. Now pay attention to close to your nose and breathe in and breathe in out intentionally. You may keep your attention always close to nose and then follow your natural breath without interfering with breathing and let it be and be aware each in and out breath and relax into your breath. When you hear the bell, slowly open your eyes. Okay, you may rub your palms, rub and sweep your face, your ears, and your head. Then your uh, arms and your thighs, knees, uh, feet, toes. Just rub them to relax. Okay, this is the third discussion of the same sutta. I hope to finish today the sutta Mahavedalla Sutta, discussion on Mahavedalla Sutta. Okay, let's go. The Venerable Mahakotita keep asking Sariputta many questions. Now we going to discuss today one of his question about the jhana. Then Mahakotita asking Sariputta, Katamang panauso pataman jhanan. Dear Venerable Sir, what is the first jhana? What is the first jhana? Then Venerable Sariputta explaining about the first jhana. The first jhana is the abandoning unwholesome actions and abandoning sensual pleasure. This is very important about the first jhana. First jhana arising from the seclusion. Seclusion. First jhana arises from the seclusion. Seclusion from the sensual pleasure and seclusion from the unwholesome activities. Okay. Then who's practice meditation and he keep closing eyes, then he don't see anything. Then he not get any idea about the forms, and he not pay attention to what he listening, what he smelling, what he tasting, what he touching, and he focus just breath and just only breath, and he keep his awareness each in and out breath, and he follow in breath, and he observe breath, and from the beginning to end each in and out breath, then he relax in his breath, completely relaxing in his breath, then his mind is relaxed, body is relaxed, then he is already away from the sense of pleasure and already away from the unwholesome activities. Mind is not indulged with sense of pleasure anymore. Mind is not combined with any unwholesome thoughts because he is following breath, observing breath. Do you remember the steps of the breathing meditation? In the beginning, he following length of the breath. When the in breath long and he notice it is long in breath. If the out breath long, then he notice it is long out breath. A short in breath, a short out breath. Then next he following he notes the beginning of the in breath and he observing along to the end. Then he noticed the beginning of out breath and he mindful along to the end. Then he observe whole in breath and whole out breath. Then he go into another step. Then he when he breathing in and he relaxing his in breath. When he out breath, then he relaxing out breath. His breath is now in this step is very relaxed. It is very short and relaxed. When his breath become relaxed, completely relaxed, then his physical body is also relaxed. Then he feel the rapture and happiness and one-pointedness. Then Sariputta says this first jhana, or first absorption, arise abandoning the sense of pleasure. Stay away from the sense of pleasure and unwholesome activities. Then Savitakkam, apply thought, Savicharam, sustain thought. Apply thought means the think about the breath. Okay, I'm going to practice breathing meditation. Now he put his mind onto the breath. That's the first. Second, savichar means continuously he keep following breath and he keep his mindfulness sustained on each in and out breath. That's the second. Then piti, rapture, arise to the mind. Happiness arise in the body. Mind is stable, firmly in the point, one pointedness. Then Sariputta says this is the first jhana. Then again Mahakotita, Venerable Mahakotita asked another question. Patamang panauso jhanang katyangikanti. The first jhana, how many factors? How many factors are there in the first jhana? Then Sariputta says, first jhana have five factors. First jhana has five factors. It is the applied thought, sustained thought, rapture, happiness, one-pointedness. Okay? Remember in Pali, vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata. Five factors in the first jhana. Applied thought, sustained thought, rapture, happiness, and one-pointedness. And then Mahakotita asks again, how many factors are abandoned in the first jhana? Then Sariputta says, Panchangappahinam, Panchagap, Panchangappahinam, uh, five factors are abandoned. Okay, what are those five factors abandoned by the first jhana? First one, Kama Chanda, desire to sensual pleasure that could be abandoned by the jhana. Desire to desire for the sensual pleasure. Second, vyapada, anger or hate or ill will abandoned in the first jhana. Thinamidda, laziness, sloth and torpor, laziness of the mind and of the body. That laziness is abandoned by the first jhana. No more lazy, is very active in the jhana, right? Very active because mind is very fully aware, focused, very active. No more laziness, no sleepiness, fully aware. And the fourth, uddhacha kukucha, restlessness and restlessness and remorse. Restlessness and remorse abandoned in the first jhana. Uddhacha kukucha means like when the dust, uh, wind make dust rise, then everywhere is dust. Can't see properly, clearly, because it's covered by the dust. Then when the many thoughts arise in the mind, it's getting covered by the thoughts, not able to penetrate, because it's already dusty. But in the first jhana, and mind becomes still, and all thoughts become still, no more dust. It's very clear. Then in the first jhana, that restlessness and remorse is completely abandoned. Finally, doubt. No more doubt about his practice, his uh, absorption. These five factors are abandoned in the first jhana. If you have any question, ask me. Okay. Keep in mind what we learning. Okay. Now,
What do you mean no remorse for
okay.
first jhana?
Say again.
Why no remorse? No remorse in first jhana. Could you please talk about it a little bit more?
Yeah, in Pali it is called Uddhacha Kukucha. Uh, Uddhacha Kukucha is translated into restlessness and remorse. I think sometimes our mind have kind of uh, confused. Mind could be very confused with many things, or maybe regret about some things, so many things, going on in the mind. Regrets, confusion, uh, uh, doubtful things, these very similar things. And in the jhana, that um, I told you there's like a dust when dust make arise by the wind. This dust is all over the dust. The scene not then we're not able to see clearly, like the ashes arise by the wind.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yes, when something come to our eyes, some dust, so, it's kind of not comfortable. In the jhana, that kind of all things still and clear. Mind is clear. Okay. Then Venerable Mahakotita asking again another question. Panchimani also indriyani, nana vishayani, nana gochurani. There are five sense bases. Eyes, eye faculty, ear faculty, nose faculty, tongue faculty, and body faculty. These are the five faculties. And these each faculty has each subject. Eyes can see, right? Then eyes cannot hear, right? Ears can hear, but is not able to see. What nose does? Taste. Does the nose taste, or what does the nose smell? S- Smell, right? No, yes, nose smell, tongue taste, body feel the touches, right? Feelings. Then the Venerable Mahakotita asking, this each faculty has each subject. They are not confused and complex. They have their own field. They follow in their own field. That's what they do. Then the question is, who feel these all things? I see, I sees, yes, ears hear, nose smell, tongue taste, body get touches. Who get this whole thing? Who feel this whole thing? That's what consciousness, right? Yes, consciousness, mind. Then yes, then Sariputta says these whole feelings get by the uh, mind. Okay. Mm. The mind feel this whole thing. Whatever we see through the eyes goes going to the mind. Whatever we hear through the ears is known by the mind, right? When I see you, oh, I know, oh, this is Craig, this is Alvira, Anna, whoever I see, oh, this known by the mind. Whatever we hear sounds, known by the mind. Whatever we smell, known by the mind. Whatever we taste, known by the mind. Whatever we get touches, known by the mind. Mind get whole things. Then the other question of the Venerable Mahakotita is, this whole faculties dependence on what? This whole five faculties dependence on what?
Body,
Body dependent on what? Body is the one of those faculty, one of five faculty. Then the Sariputta answer, this whole faculties dependence on the vitality, life, life. In Pali, it is called here Ayum Paticca. Ayu means the life, vitality, vitality. This is the called Jivitindriya in Abhidhamma. Jivitindriya, this is the faculty of life faculty. Life faculty, or it's called vitality. This eyes depends vitality, life. Ears depends life. Nose, tongue, this whole body depends on life faculty. Okay. Then then the Mahapurta is asking what life depends on what? Vitality depends on what? Then Venerable Sariputta answer, Ayu Usmang Paticca. Life depends on warmth, heat of the body. Life sustain in the body when the warmth exists in the body. Okay. If if your body not warm, then your vitality is not able to exist. It's have to leave the body. Look at the dead body. In the dead body, there are warm. You have seen any dead body, warm dead body? It's warm right away after death. No more longer. It's become cold, right? Very cold. Dead body is very cold. It means the warm already gone. Their vitality or life depends on the warmth of the body. It's, is it clear? No. There's the Ayu is different. Ayu is the another thing. Ayu means life is another thing. Warm is another thing. Consciousness is another thing. There are three
What
different
about fish and snakes?
three.
They still alive, but they cold.
Say again.
Fish and snakes, they alive, but they cold. They don't have blood. They have but cold one.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe you feel cold, but it's not completely cold. It's supposed to be warm there. It's supposed to be warm too. Okay. Here, this all eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body depends on the life faculty. Life faculty depends on the warmth. Okay. Then Venerable Mahakot is asking, okay, then warmth depends on what? Okay. Then Sariputta says warmth depends on the Ayu, life. Life depends on the warmth, warmth depends on the life. Then Venerable Kotita is asking, okay, how could I understand? You says life depends on the warmth and warmth depends on the life. How it could be? Then Sariputta giving a simile. Okay, you have to understand in this way. There is a flame on the candle, on the lamp. There's a flame. A flame appear because of the light of the candle. Light appear because of the flame, right? When we lighting a lamp and we see then lighting, it's lighting, and we can see the flame, right? We can see the flame on the candle. We can see the flame. Flame appear because of the light of the candle. Light appear because of the flame. They both combine each other, not able to separate. Understand? Did you understand that? You see, that's how Ayu depends on the warm, warm depends on the Ayu. Life depends on the warmth of the body, The worm exists because of the life exists in the body. The next question give me very clear. Okay, we go into next one. Next one make the clear everything. It's very good simile, right? You see the wisdom of the Venerable Sariputta, the flame of the candle or lamp. Flame, we're not able to see flame without light. There are no light without flame. It's very clear, right? Then the next question of the Venerable Mahakotita, this one, the next question is little deep thing. It's asking, uh, life, faculty, and feeling are similar or different. Venerable Sariputta says life, faculty, and feelings are different, not equal. That's why when someone attain to attainment of the Sanya Vedaita Nirodha, attainment of the cessation of perception and feeling, there are a certain samadhi. That samadhi, no perceptions, no feelings, no perception, no feeling. It is called in Pali Sanya Vedaita Nirodha Samapatti. Sanya Vedaita Nirodha Samapatti means attainment of cessation of perception and feeling. In that samadhi, when someone attains to that samadhi, he is not able to arise from that samadhi if the feeling and life is same. Why? In that samadhi, perception is ceasing, feeling is ceasing. In that samadhi, no perception, no feeling. If the feeling and life is same, he already sees the life, not able to arise from the samadhi. That's why Sariputta says life is different, feeling is different. Okay, okay. We're going to next very interesting question of the Venerable Mahakotita. Okay, then Venerable Mahakotita asking, Yadanuku ausu imankayang katidamma jahanti atayang kayo ujito awakkitu seti. When someone die, how many factors removing from the body? When someone die, how many factors is moving from the body? Then Sariputta says, when someone die, three factors removing from the body, moving from the body. It is the Ayu, life, Usma, warmth, and Vijnana, consciousness. Okay? When someone die, from his body, life moving, life moving from the body. And warm is moving from the body. And consciousness moving from the body. When life, warm, and consciousness left the body become like a log, trunk of the tree, the decayed trunk, log, right? You see, in this winter season, we can see some trees, no leaves, already uh, it's not actually dead, but some of branches are dead and falling down, right? Wherever they felt, they are there, not moving. The body, when the life form and consciousness left the body, this physical body become like log, not moving, right? You understand? Then asking another question, you may ask any question if you have, okay? The another question of the Venerable Mahakotita, Yuvayang avso mato kalang kato yochaya bhikkhu sanya vedeta nirodha samapanu imesang king nana karna. Okay, Venerable Sir, what is the difference of the dead body and the who already attained to cessation of perception and feeling? You remember there is a samadhi called sanya vedeta nirodha samapatti, attainment of the cessation of perception and feeling. What's the difference of the dead person and the who already have attained to cessation of perception and feeling? What's the difference of this both? Then Sariputta says, who has already dead, his kaya sankara niruddha, his uh, inhale and exhale already gone. Okay, dead person not breathing anymore. And chitta sankara, vachi sankara niruddha. Vachi sankara, apply thought, sustain thought. Vitakka vichara. Vitakka vichara means thinking about something, apply mind to something and keep thinking about it. That is the vachi sankara is already gone. The dead body, dead person not think about anything. And chitta sankara niruddha. Chitta sankara means sanya vedana, perception and feeling. That perception and feeling already left. Right? Now you know that person, kaya sankara, vachi sankara, chitta sankara. Kaya sankara means asasa passasa, inhale, exhale. Vachi sankara means vitakka, vichara, apply thought, sustain thought. Chitta sankara is sanya vedana, perception and feeling. According to that person, this all kaya sankara, vachi sankara, chitta sankara gone, left. Okay. What's the difference of the person who already has attained to Nirodha Samapatti? Sanya Vedaita Nirodha Samapatti. In that Samadhi, he also not breathing. His Kaya Sankara Niruddha. Inhale, exhale is already ceased. Now he is very similar to that person, right? Because that person not breathing. Who is attained to this Samadhi, Sanya Vedaita Nirodha Samapatti, he is also not breathing. He already stopped breathing, okay, in this Samadhi. And his Vachi Sankara Niruddha. He also not focus anything, not thinking about anything. Thinking is already stopped. Not think anymore. And Chitta Sankara Niruddha. Chitta Sankara is perception and feeling. He not perceive anything, not feel anything. Like a dead person, okay? completely like a dead person, but something different. What's the difference of dead person and who is in the samadhi? But his ayu is still there. Life is still here. Warm, warm is still here, right? But his all faculties are very clear. Dead person, not his eye is die already. Dead, the ears of the dead person dead already. Nose, tongue, body all dead. But the person who is in the samadhi, his eyes is not dead, ears not dead, nose, tongue, body not dead. They are very keen, keen and clear. But this moment not active, not active, inactive because of the samadhi, but very clear because life is exist, warm is exist, and consciousness also exist. But the dead person, life already gone, warm already gone, consciousness already gone. All these faculties is already disintegrated, disintegrated, already broke up, uh, gone. Okay. Any question? Yeah.
It is not, if it is not breathing, how can it get the oxygen, make the body warm? Because he's not breathing, so he's not getting any oxygen, isn't it? So
Calm down. His all physical and mental activities. He no need any energy to survive because life warm is already here. Life is already here. He no need any energy behind, out to survive. To survive, the warm is still here. Life is still here. No more oxygen he need. I think he. That's what's the difference, and that's the amazing thing in the samadhi.
I did understand. Yeah, yeah. But I can understand that. Yeah, because when you are working, actually,
Right. I heard the who is this in this
yeah,
samadhi, he can stay 7 days without food, without drinking.
yeah,
7 day.
7 days.
After
Yeah,
7 day, they arise from the samadhi and they taking food and drinking. Because
yeah,
the we can survive without water or food 7 days. But for us, we can survive even 1 or 2 days. But who is in this samadhi, they can survive 7 days because they are, I think, the pureness and calmness, relaxation, and then that's the come through the samadhi that amazing thing of the samadhi. Okay, now you understand difference of the dead person and the person who has attained to this samadhi, right? Did you? What's the
yes,
difference of
yeah.
the dead person and the attainment of the samadhi?
The person hasn't got any feelings,
Okay, dead person
nothing at
no
all.
have life, no have warm, and
No feelings.
no have consciousness.
Yes,
But the person who has already attained to samapatti, samadhi, he has life, he has warm, but he not breathe. He not breathe. Okay, this breathing thing stop on the fourth jhana. In the first jhana, we still breathing. In the second jhana, we still breathe. In the third jhana, we still breathe, but in the fourth jhana, stop breathing. In the fourth jhana, not breathing, right? In the first jhana, we have five factors, right? Remember? Apply thought, sustain thought, rapture, happiness, and one-pointedness. In the second jhana, no apply thought, no sustain thought. In the second jhana, already mind moving. Apply and sustain of the mind is moving. Now in the second jhana, have another three factors: rapture in the mind, happiness of the body, and one-pointedness of the mind. In the third jhana, no rapture, just happiness and one-pointedness. In the fourth jhana, even not happiness, just on the one-pointedness of the mind. Upekha sati parisuddhi, pure mindfulness of equanimity. In that samadhi is not breathing anymore. Especially in this sanya vedhita nirodha samapatti attainment of cessation, perception and feeling. In this samadhi also not breathing, but his life is there, warm is there, and his faculties are very clear. Okay, let's move into another question. Then Venerable Mahakot is asking, okay, there are how many factors for adukka masukaya cheto vimuttiya? Adukka masukaya cheto vimuttiya means actually talking about the fourth jhana. Adukka masukaya cheto vimuttiya. In that fourth jhana, there are four factors are abandoned. The first one, sukassa cha pahana, dukkassa cha pahana, pubbeva somanassa domanassanang attangama. Not happiness, not pain, not pleasure, not sorrowing. These are the four factors. The first two depends on the related with body, happiness and pain related with body. Another two related with mind, sorrow and pleasure. These four physical and mental factors are abandoned in this jhana. Cheto vimutya, release or liberation by the mind, no feeling, mental or physical or mental, any feelings, no any feelings physically or mentally, no physical or mental feelings. Then this is called fourth jhana. Then Mahakoti is asking again, how many factors for animittaya cheto vimutya, the liberation of the mind? How many factors for liberation of the mind? Signless. Animitta cheto vimutti means signless liberation of mind. Sariputta says there are two factors. One is sabba nimittanancha amanasikaro, not thinking everything and just focusing animitta cha dhatuya. Animitta cha dhatuya means actually it's about enlightenment. Nibbana. Focus Nibbana. Just only think about Nibbana, nothing else. This is called Animitta Cheto Vimutti. Then Venerable Mahakoti is asking, how many factors for the Animita Cheto Vimutti. Then Sariputta says there are three factors for Animita Cheto Vimutti. It's about the not thinking many things, focus the Nibbana, and Pubbecha Abhisankaro, releasing from the body. Abhisankara means wholesome and unwholesome karma, right? Karma. Then the Mahakoti is asking, there are how many factors for Animita Cheto Vimutti Uttaya arise from the that Samadhi? How many factors? Then Sariputta says there are two factors to arise from that Samadhi. Is a focusing and thinking many things and abandon the Nibbana, uh, uh, come away from the Nibbana, focusing of the Nibbana. This all talk about the Nibbana actually. This everything Animitta Cheto Vimutti, this all Sunyata Cheto Vimutti, Appamana Cheto Vimutti. This all talk about the Nibbana. The Mahakoti is asking again, Yachayang also Appamana Mana Cheto Vimutti. Appamana Cheto Vimutti, Akinchanya Cheto Vimutti, Sunyata Cheto Vimutti, Animitta Cheto Vimutti, Nanatta Cheva, Nana Byanjana Udhav, Ekatta Byanjanameva Nananti. This all Vimutti, liberation of freedom, are different or equal. Then Sariputta says, these all liberations are equal. Equal because they all focus attainment of enlightenment, Nibbana. But many ways, use many ways to attainment of Nibbana. The different ways, but the same. Same attainment. Different ways. Okay. Sunyata Cheto Vimutti, Animitta Cheto Vimutti, Akinchanya Cheto Vimutti, Appamana Cheto Vimutti. Different ways, but in different ways coming to the same point. If you're going to Manhattan, you can come from the Bronx. If you're going to Manhattan, you can come from the Queens. If you want to go into the Manhattan, you can come from the Brooklyn, from the Staten Island, right? I think it is the middle, right? Manhattan is the middle. I don't know. I think there are many ways, but we all come to the same point, same place, but many ways. This all liberation of the mind, liberation of the uh, thinkless, liberation of the mm, nothingness, sunyata cheto vimutti, apamana cheto vimutti, animitta cheto vimutti. This all ways is come to same point. It is about the enlightenment or nibbana. There are many ways, but equal, same attainment. Okay, now uh, Sariputta says there are apamana cheto vimutti. I think you know already so far. There are apamana cheto vimutti talk about the metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion, mudita, altruistic joy, upekha, equanimity. This for Brahma Vihara, this these Brahma Viharas are called Appamana Cheto Vimutti because metta, loving kindness, going to without limit, without boundary, it's going to all sentient beings in the whole universe, right? May all living beings be happy, be happy. We do metta, right? Right? We all living beings. then all living beings is the all living beings. And no limit, no boundary is all over the world until without limit in this universe. This is called Appamana Cheto Vimukti, limitless release of the mind. Compassion, the same, Karuna, Mudita, and Upekka, these all Brahma Viharas. And the other thing is Akinchanya Cheto Vimukti. Remember, Akinchanya is about nothingness. It is a formless attainment, samadhi, formless samadhi, arupa jhana, nothingness. The first jhana of the formless called Akasa Nanchayatana, infinite space. And then second, infinite consciousness. And third, nothingness. In this nothingness, samadhi, also called appamana. mm, okay. Then Sariputta again says these all are many ways but equal and focus the same thing, center to enter to the same point. Okay, and this is the um, yes, and then Sariputta said this, and Venerable Mahakotita was very happy about the teachings. And this is the sutta. We finished it. Do you have any question? Not easy to understand, right? Not easy to understand. Yeah, it is kind of very spiritual, very highly experience of the meditation. Actually, yeah, highly highest status of mind, samadhi. But it's better to learn and just get to know about these things. When we able to one day focus and practice and develop our concentration until to that samadhi, and we will know it, we will experience it. Okay. Any question? Yes.
Okay. But you call that nothingness. Nothingness. What is nothingness?
What is nothingness?
Nothingness, yeah, please.
Okay, I told you this nothingness is arupa jhana. Arupa jhana means immaterial realm or immaterial jhana. Okay, there are two type of samadhi called rupa jhana, arupa jhana. Rupa means form, with form. If we focus breath to, or if we focus metta, karuna, whatever object we use to develop our samadhi, then we already still relating with body, we focus, develop samadhi. This is called rupa vachara jhana, form, samadhi of form. There are called other jhana, arupa vachara samadhi, formless jhana. Because now his mind is very calm, quiet, peaceful. Even in the fourth jhana, I told you he's not breathing, right? Stop breathing in the fourth jhana. Now he thinking this body is gross. This body is gross, material, hard. Maintaining is difficult. Maintaining is difficult. It is better focus something else not related with these material things. Now he going another step and he think about the space. Space is peaceful. No, no obstructions. Just space called Akasa Nanchayatana. Now he not related with breath is breath is physical. Breath is physical. It's related with body. Now he stop breathing already. Now he think about immaterial thing, space. It's just space, and he think and focus is space, and now he attained to Akasa Nanchayatana Samadhi, attainment of infinite space. Secondly, and he think it is about he going to another step, infinite consciousness, Vijnananchayatana. This is everything is about consciousness. Nothing else, just only consciousness. Everything is consciousness. And we create this everything by consciousness. We see, we hear, we feel this whole consciousness. This is whole thing. There are nothing, anything, just only consciousness. We create world, physical or material or immaterial, everything is consciousness. This is called Vijnananchayatana, infinite consciousness. Now he going to another step. Even there are no consciousness. There are nothing. And he think about nothingness. There are nothing. And he focus nothingness is empty. Everything is empty. Nothingness, sunya, empty. There are nothing. Even nothing consciousness. This is the third jhana of the immaterial. This is called nothingness. And there is another one called nevasanya nasanya, neither perception nor no perception. That's the fourth immaterial samadhi. This nothingness is focusing, there are nothing, empty.
It's called nirvana. It's not called nirvana. That means
No, it is not. It is not nibbana. He can attain to nibbana. He can attain to nibbana by using this samadhi too. It is it is similar to Sariputta says in this sutta. This is akinchanya cheto vimutti is very similar to nibbana because in nibbana is nothing. There are nothing anything in there. In this samadhi also there are nothing anything in there.
Okay. Thank you.
I think that's how we can understand it. Nibbana is nothing anything in there. In this akinchanya samadhi is also nothing anything in there. Therefore, Nibbana and Akinchanya Samadhi is quite similar. But in the Nibbana, make sure in the Nibbana, no craving, no ill will, no ignorance. But if someone just only attainment of nothingness, but he focus immaterial nothingness, but his mind is still related with craving, ill will, and ignorance, they are already subdued, already sleeping in the mind. When he arise from that samadhi, now he get to see something, start to hear something, got to start talk with something. Now craving arise, ill will arise, ignorance arise in that samadhi. But who already attained to enlightenment, nibbana, and he completely sees craving, ill will, and ignorance no more remain in there to arise, no more remain, remainderless remainderless of the craving, ill will, and ignorance, completely, perfectly gave
That
up,
means
eradicated.
that's not that. That means when you are in that samadhi, sometimes you can come to nothingness. Isn't that's what we call when you're in the samadhi? That samadhi.
Akin,
Yeah, yeah. In the samadhi, that's the time you feel that there's a nothingness.
yes.
But when you come out from samadhi, when you come out from samadhi,
Mm.
that means you have, it's not there will have body and everything. It's only that during the samadhi time, you feel that way. They
Right,
don't, they don't, yeah,
right. in the samadhi he doesn't feel anything, but when he arises from the samadhi, now
Yes.
he
Arise
going to,
from the Samadhi.
yes, when he arises from the samadhi and he experience everything, but his but he can keep continue his samadhi and he can
Continue.
attain to again and again to he can attain to samadhi again and again. Sometimes he could lost his samadhi. If he keep continue, he may stay in the samadhi and he will die with the samadhi. Then he will born in the Brahma realm. But who is already attained to nibbana and who is already attained to nibbana, that in the nibbana no craving, no ill will, no ignorance, and he could die and he will not born anywhere. There are two attainment of the nibbana. Someone can attain to nibbana with these all samadhis. Someone could attain to nibbana without
Yeah.
samadhi, without samadhi.
Samadhi.
Who already have, okay, this, remember this sanya vedaita nirodha samapatti. To attain to that samadhi, who has to have that jhana, first jhana, second, third, fourth jhana have to have. Without that jhana, not able to attain to that nirodha samapatti.
Oh, yeah. Because like I heard sometimes you don't have to go for the jhana. Without going for the jhana, you can attain to nibbana. So I did understand now because some with the jhana they can attain the nibbana. Some without going for the jhana they can attain nibbana. Way. That's right. I don't know.
That's right. That's right. Uh, some meditators and practice samadhi, and they develop mind, and they develop samadhi, and the samadhi is kind of experience nibbana. Uh,
Yeah.
it is very, yes. Then he used that samadhi attain to nibbana. Now he this is called ubato bhaga vimutta. Who has the samadhi and nibbana? He is called ubato bhaga vimutta. Ubato bhaga vimutta means he has the both samadhi and nibbana. Then he can attain to nirodha samapatti because he already has developed samadhi. He has a skill with samadhi. But some monks, they don't focus breath or practice in that kind of samadhi, development samadhi, and they just focus about impermanent suffering and non-self, and they develop wisdom and they understand everything impermanent suffering and selfless, and they gave up craving, eradicate, remove, release craving, ill will, and ignorance. They attain to enlightenment. But they already attain to enlightenment, but they don't have samadhi. This is called panya vimutta. Samma panya vimutta, attain to nibbana, develop wisdom. Samma cheto vimutta, develop samadhi, attain to nibbana. You understand?
Yes, Bhante. Thank you, but I didn't understand yet. Thank you, Bhante. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other questions before we end this session?
Bhante,
Mm.
does Nirvana has images like heaven, yeah, they have diva and stuff like that. Does the Nirvana has the images? Or
Images.
just non Nibbana? Does Nibbana have images? When you meditate, you you see the images from the diva and stuff like that. I have seen my experience, and I want to know if Nibbana has it, like existing.
Existing.
Yeah.
Nibbana is the cessation of suffering. In the nibbana, no suffering. In the nibbana, no craving. In the Nibbana, no ill will, hate, anger. In the Nibbana, no ignorance. Okay. We are craving for existence because we have craving to experience happiness through the I see as no body. That's how we find happiness through the sense basis. But in the Nibbana, is no craving anymore. Then there are nothing to worry about that things. We already cease the suffering. Then we okay. Then the Nibbana is the end of the craving, end of the ill will, and end of the ignorance. That's what we have to think. Okay? We are suffer because of craving, lust, desire, right? Then we try to satisfy our desire. We want to satisfy our desire because we have desire, then we have to satisfy. We have lust, then we have to satisfy our lust, right? If we don't have lust, then we have to make any, we don't want to get tired to satisfy that lust, right? That's why we think when we are hungry, if we not feel comfortable, then we eat something, then we happy. Why we eat? Because we feel hungry. If we not feel hungry, then we don't have to earn money to eat anymore. Then we okay, right? Nibbana is the same. Okay, okay. Let me end the session for today. Okay, and then by practicing meditation and learning Dhamma, discussing Dhamma, we accumulated good merits, and we're going to share these merits with our departed ones and with gods and ghosts and all our parents and relatives. May they all share these merits. By sharing these merits, may they all be able to attain to Nibbana. By the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, by the power of these merits, you may live long happily and peacefully and may be able to practice meditation very well and maybe no many any harm difficulties, dangers come to you, and you may free from that dangers and be happy, be safe, and maybe you will be able to attain to Nibbana. Akasatta cha Bhummatta Deva Naga Mahidika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Sasana Akasatta cha Bhummatta Deva Naga Mahidika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Tesana Akasatta cha Bhummatta Deva Naga Mahidika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Mang Parang Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatmantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhan bhavena sabba dhamman bhavena sabba sanghan bhavena sada sutti bhavantu te sadhu sadhu sadhu. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Osman. Thank you for hosting today, and thank you everybody for joining. Everyone, Saranai. Okay.